Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Menace. I'm really excited to get into this session. It's been a couple of days since I've actually been able to play. We walked out of our last mission with pretty decent stuff, and we've obviously managed to buy tech some decent armor. I've also just reworked the squad slightly. That is the wrong weapon. It should have been this. So I'm rocking the PAL rocket launcher on tech because it is a deploy weapon and he can ignore that with his ability. Keeping the assault rifle on him for now, but I'm thinking when I get the cash for it, I'm either going to pick up, well, it's actually in the black market right now, but I was either going to grab the MP3A9 PPP for him or the shotgun. But if the shotgun is not here, it's probably going to have to be the SMG. And then I've also just moved the grenade launcher over to Carda. I'm not 100% certain if I'm going to deploy with it. It's very expensive. 50 points for deployment is a lot, so I might end up cutting it when we actually go to a mission. I'm not really needing it that much right now. Looking at the comments from last time, people wanted me to hit up the backbone to do another mission here. That will, of course, get us another level with the people here, which is pretty good for us. And we just have a counterinsurgency to deal with, which shouldn't take too long. And once we've completed that, excuse me, we should be triggering the next, part of the game. So that's a pretty good way to go. All right, let's jump into this mission. We've got two starter points here. We've got a established combat outpost, which is capturing an outpost. That is going to get us a rogue army item or vehicle. Could get us a free mech. Or there's a secure the perimeter, which will get us an increased deployment zone. I'm not too worried about that increased deployment zone. That will cut us out of this mission here, which is a clear IEDs, which will get us a anti-tank mine. I think I'm going to go with the established combat outpost, and then we've got two options here for moving on. So let's plan this mission out. First thing I can see, we're 94 points over our maximum, so I'm going to dump the airburst launcher. We just don't need it right now. Let's have a look at what people have. We've got the extra ammo packs and the BRs on Pike. The reason we're over right now is because we've got the small arms protector plating on tech. His squad's quite expensive to deploy right now. We also have the extra ammo for the troop carrier. I really like having that extra ammo. I'm not going to dump it. If I drop one squaddy from tech squad, that drops me down to 19 over. I either have to drop, I probably have to drop another squaddy, which I don't really want to do. I don't like running with squaddies this size. Oof, that puts me 3 points under. I think if I drop the extra ammo from Pike squad, that puts me to 2. I want to keep the smoke because it's really useful getting me out of bad situations. That's our squads for the mission. I'm really looking forward to the supply going up. One of the things I want to get from the backbone is an OCI item that increases your supply by 5%. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're dealing with numbers in the 800s, that's actually not too bad. Now, the actual mission is to move in and capture this area. Looking at the map, we could push in from here, but we've got some cover here, and there's some buildings and stuff here, and there's 2 towers. No, I quite like this area here. I like that there's a tower right on the edge of the zone. We can take out a lot of enemies with it. We can set up in this area, kill them in this kill box here. So what I'm going to do is we'll do our normal. We'll put Rhea here with Carda behind. I should move this over here. I'll get Pike squad to try and take this tower, and then we'll have Tech squad coming up with them. They'll make use of this cover here. I'm just going to shift everyone to the left a little bit. And hopefully we end up in a pretty decent situation. Let's deploy. I want to get through these missions pretty quickly. I want to move on to the next part of the campaign where we're dealing with some new enemies. Okay. This is a night mission, which is going to make this a little bit trickier, but it actually works for us if there's not a lot of cover towards the enemy territory. We should be fine to move here without worrying about revealing ourselves. I am just going to minimize this for more screen real estate. Okay, we've got, what have we got here? We have a scavenger squad, and it looks like another scavenger squad, which is a little bit scary. Those RPGs they have are pretty nasty. I just want to have a look at what Tech squad looks like as well. They do look very professional and very serious. It looks like we're going to be fine for moving up in cover, though. Let's get Tech squad into these trees here. I'll try and get some good shots now that I know how to turn the UI on and off. F3, by the way, if you're watching this and want to be able to do it yourself. Let's get Carter squad into the APC. Now let's remember very carefully here that when you move a vehicle, it will crush crush trees. So I'm going to put Carter squad here. It's going to be a little bit like moving the Mars and Xenonauts 2. It's going to take out all of this cover. But this is... yeah, I think I want to put this here so we can deploy into this cover here. We may end up just throwing a smoke grenade here so we can cross the open area without being detected. Even though we just made a ton of noise and a ton of damage, we're still all completely concealed from the enemy right now. I want to get to this tower without really getting into a firefight if I can. Are they taking the tower? If they're taking the tower, that's going to be a problem. They haven't taken the tower yet, but I'm getting a feeling they will pretty quickly. If I put Pike Squad here, will they be revealed? They're not revealed, which means I can open fire on these guys. I should be able to suppress them. I've got enough to crouch and fire, but I don't want to crouch because I want to move into the tower next turn. We're not going to do a lot of damage here. They're in very heavy cover. The idea is just to suppress them as much as possible. That has revealed Pike Squad, and they have moved into the building. Okay, we're now getting into a firefight in the open territory, which I really don't want to be doing. What I could do, though, is I could move Tech Squad to here. I need 60 AP. If I move Tech Squad to here, we could fire a rocket at this building and severely damage it.
Send it up.
That's done quite a lot of damage to the building. Okay, that squad's deployed into that building there. They actually have range, which is wild. That's another scavenger squad back there. I'm not too worried about this building. This is the building I want to capture. I could bring Rhea to here. And that would mean I could deploy Carter here. There's a lot of squads nearby, though. I think all I want to do right now is bring her up to match with the rest of the squads. And then we'll just engage this from this range. That's that squad suppressed and pinned. Which means that we don't have to worry as much about being spotted next turn. You can see now that Bowman Infantry has gone to not being revealed because these guys are now suppressed. I'm going to move Carter Squad into this position here. Again, they've still got a little bit of cover and concealment. And for this turn, I'm just going to deploy them. Actually, they still have a shot. Let's take a shot on this squad here. I'm holding back my missile for now. All I want to do is suppress squads and get us into position. I need to use the vehicle to smash through this fence. So I might have to move Pike Squad over because Carter Squad's currently blocking it from moving. Got some, not scavengers, outcasts moving in. I'm not worried about them. Outcasts really aren't that dangerous. I know the pirates have been balanced slightly in the latest patch, but I'm still not that concerned about them. Alright, Carter Squad is in an awkward position right now because it's blocking the vehicle. And right now we can't get into the base because there's no entry through this fence. And unfortunately, none of our Marines carry bolt cutters, so they can't cut through the fence. So the only way through the fence is to charge the vehicle through it, but the vehicle is currently blocked by Carta. So I think for this turn, I'm going to throw smoke here. And then I'm going to, they've only got 20 TU left. I'm going to stand this squad up. That's the end of their turn. Those guys are going to move out of line of sight. Then I'm going to get Tech Squad, and I'm going to run them into the smoke here where no one can see them. Actually, they will not be concealed by the smoke because if I put them here, they'll be concealed. If I put them here, they'll be visible. So I'm going to put them here behind the smoke. And then I'm going to do the same thing with Carter Squad. Put Carter Squad, stand Carter Squad up. Move them here. So my squads are currently all concealed. Nobody can see them. Now it's just Rhea left. I'm going to move her to here. I'm just going to move her straight to the fence, I think. Put her in cover here. She's going to be just shy of being able to fire when she does that. And there are scavenger squads here. So if I do that, she's going to be exposed to their fire, which I don't really like. Other options, I move her to here and she will have a shot to suppress them. And the next turn she can push through. I like that a little bit better. These guys also have an RPG now that I've just noticed them. Okay, these guys... Oof, I think I'll take this squad out now. This squad is already gone. Okay, new turn. I need to break the fence, but I also need to get Rhea into a position where she's protected from enemy fire. If I put her here, I think she'll break both of these, and I'll still have 2 shots. Okay, oh my goodness. Alright, the enemy are here. The more I can break this turn, the better. So I'm going to shoot the squads in the open. Okay, that's a suppression. This squad isn't in the open, but it is a scavenger squad. Okay. I'm also, I think, going to maybe drop a missile strike here. This is a lot of enemies. Okay, they're taking that building. That's fine. We're going to do a danger close... No, I don't think there's enough targets here. I don't think there's enough targets to warrant a missile strike at this point. I only get one of them. Okay, Carter Squad is currently not hidden. So I'm going to get her squad into cover. And now we've got line of sight on a few squads. Nothing particularly powerful. I could try and take this squad out just to tidy them up. Nothing too significant from that fire. Okay, there's a chain gun all the way back there, which is going to suppress us to death. Now, Tech Squad is currently in cover. I can move them here, and they will get line of sight. I'll be able to fire on some things. So let's bring them forward. And they've got cover from the vehicle. And we're just going to engage this squad here at close range. I'm going to go for a full send with their firepower. We're not going to be able to deploy them right now, that's fine. Okay, that's them not actually pinned, which is annoying. Carter squad suppressed. And we lost a squaddy. Okay, this is a little bit nasty. Pike squad can't do very much at the moment. They're not really in a great position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give extra AP. I can't. Alright, let's get them. I guess here's the best position for them right now. They can use the building as cover. Really want to try and take some of these enemies out. I'm just going to crouch them for the moment and end the turn. Grenades, of course, because we're up close. That one didn't do very much. Outcast moving in. We're just watching out for RPGs. That's Outcast firing at the APC. If I can wipe these two squads out... Oh, all these squads in the open. If I can wipe them out, we're going to do a lot of morale damage. So I'm going to do one shot. Look at this. Look at all of this. Is this actually now the time for a missile strike? If I drop a missile right here, maybe here, I think we'll catch quite a lot. So I'm going to drop that. That's going to take quite a while to arrive. I'm going to assume that... We're not going to assume that all of these enemies are going to be taken out by it. First thing I'm going to do is hit this squad here. Okay, we've got 2 squads suppressed and pinned here. Unfortunately, I kind of hit the squad in the open as well. Okay, that squad just got wiped out, which is good for us. Because that's broken a lot of the enemies. Okay. That was a very scary RPG at our own team. Carter squad is just suppressed all hell. Let's get Pike squad to engage. They've actually got good shots on these guys, and then maybe these guys. No, these guys here. That's good. They're fleeing, and now we're going to hit these guys. Okay, they're now pinned. We're going to move around to this side of the building once we clear this squad. That's why I'm not deploying just yet. I knew that was coming, but that's okay. We have a backup APC. This one can afford to take some damage. We're dealing with a lot of enemies here. I'm going to move Tech squad to here, and we're going to engage this squad where they have no cover. I'm going to deploy the squad, and then we're going to take a shot. And that's then a massive morale break. This is how you fight pirates. You just keep breaking their morale. You can see how long it's taken for the missile strike to come in, but if these guys are going to deploy in this area, that's great news for me. Okay, we do obviously have an objective here not to destroy too many buildings. We're probably just forfeiting that objective. There's nothing Carter can do this turn, so we're just going to end her turn. She is in cover. She should be fine. That's just pinned her. Nobody likes RPGs going off next to their face. Another RPG. That's a tech squad, not at the APC. Just so many aliens here. Enemies here. We're getting suppressed like crazy. Stay in the open. Excellent. We could get really lucky with a good missile strike here. Okay, there's another squad back here. Ugh, taking so much fire from so many different directions. Oh, there's a berm there. I could have set up on that berm. That would have been a better engagement slot. Oh, and another squad's moved into the kill zone. It's going to drop any second now. Okay, it's going to drop this turn. Let's suppress as many guys as we can in here to make sure they don't run away. So I'm going to hit this squad here. And I'm going to hit this squad here because they keep messing Carter up. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to just quickly turn off the UI for a second and hit F. I've got a feeling that the rocket is going to drop.
Fire mission underway.
Okay, it hit over here, which isn't quite where I wanted to hit. Yikes. But we took out not much, actually. There's so many enemies here. So the missile hit over here and not on all the squads over here. It looks like we pushed this squad out of the building, very badly hurt this squad. But we're still really in the thick of it. There's a lot of enemies around. Unfortunately, tech is currently suppressed. I'm actually going to spend a take command on... I can't. Why can't I? They don't have line of sight? I can't... I just spent 60 AP to give this squad on the building more AP. I think I just gave the enemies AP. I don't know how that works, but apparently that's what I just did. Let's just try and take out, to break as many enemies as we can here. Alright. That was not good for us. There's more enemies coming in. They're all in such terrible morale situation, though. Alright, tech squad can't do anything. Let's just finish them off for the turn. And then same with Carter squad, they can't do anything. Love this track, by the way. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's not my favorite track. No, it is my favorite track in the game. This is the Steel Shanty. I think it's called the Steel Shanty or Steel Shuffle. The soundtrack is out and it's great. Okay. The good news is these guys are all going to pull back on us right now, which gives us space to recover. And we can take the good cover and punish them for coming back towards it next turn. I'm just going to skip their turns. All right, we're going to get Pike squad in the building. Oh, stand up, get in the building. This gives me a commanding presence and gives me much better targets to shoot at. For instance, squads back here that aren't actually broken, we're going to engage them. Okay, that's just reinforcing the fear. Okay, there is a chain gun back here. We need to do something about that. That can be Rhea's job. I don't think she's got the range for it. She does. I'm just going to kill this. Didn't quite kill it, unfortunately. That's all right. There's so many enemies here. We need more squaddies, but unfortunately I don't have the discipline to field them. Just having more action points would help a lot. All right, you're doing okay, Tech. Let's maybe bring you... No, you're crouched. I think you're okay. Let's just engage some of these squads here and wipe them out. This is why I want an SMG on him rather than an assault rifle. I think it'll work much better. This squad is a problem. They've got a flank on us. And Carter's really suffering for it. Okay, Carter has a shot this turn. I just want to shoot someone who's not in cover. These guys are all pinned down, which makes them really hard targets. But we have this squad here that is standing. Makes them a little bit easier to hit. Got one kill there. Carter's squad, remember, is still bringing up its out of the craters, and they've lost 2 squaddies, which is going to make them really struggle to commit to a lot of firepower. I'm just going to click through the enemy moves as they run away. Unfortunately, unlike aliens, pirates will not disband. Okay. So this is all going really well. This is a problem over here. I don't really need to move Rhea right now. I'm going to hit this squad just to suppress them, to give them off Carter's back. And then I'm just going to hit one of the squads that isn't lying down here to try and kill it for another Revel in Slaughter stack. And that's another kill for Rhea, getting her up in the 12% accuracy and discipline. I am actually going to drive her forward now as well. I may end up smoking this to get Carter out of there. We'll see how she goes after this turn. Let's try and kill some squads with tech. That's one squad down. Let's see if we can get the other one. Okay, cool. Starting to chew through these enemies. We're going to keep him crouched for this turn. Alright, Carter's up next. Let's see if she can do this. She's not going to be able to do anything against these guys. She doesn't have enough AP. I'm actually going to move her over to here, out of their line of sight, because they're just going to pin down. Alright, end her turn there. Now it's just Pike that's left. We'll just hit, again, squads that are not lying down are good targets. That's one down. And let's see if we can kill the chain gun squad. No kill on the chain gun squad, but they're still very scared. Now this is a problem. I've currently got my whole team clustered up. If we get flanked, we're in a lot of trouble. So we need to spread back out again. I'm going to bring Rhea to here. And then we're going to just shoot some guys. Thank goodness I brought the extra ammo for her MMG. Let's kill the chain gun squad. Getting rid of them is good for us. These guys over here, I'm hoping we're going to be moving out of their range very soon. And they'll have to come to us out of this hard point that they have. Alright, tech squad, I want to move to here. Oh, I keep doing that. I need to remember to turn off my alerts. Sorry about that. Let's end the turn. We can now take this tower. We just want to capture the zone as fast as possible now. We'll get as many people in it as I can. I'm going to move Carter. I don't want to move Carter. Ugh. Thing is, this might be a better position for Carter because it gives her cover against these guys. I do need to move forward right now. Now that we've broken through also, that might be the thumbnail for the video. Just that. This particularly is nasty. Alright, let's have a look. So I've still got Pike. We can engage these guys with Pike. I don't think Pike's going to do a lot of damage to them, but I feel like he's got a good position right now. So I'm going to hold him here and I'm going to take some shots. Okay, they're flaying, they're wavering. Let's see if we can kick these guys out of this building. No, I didn't think so. Okay, end the turn. Alright, we need to move into this area and start capturing it. The cover is actually quite nice if we can get into like this position here and this position here. We're going to move Rhea in first to see what she can see. And she'll still have enough to shoot. Normally I wouldn't scout with a vehicle like this, but it's already a night mission. Okay, these guys are blocking us from capping, so let's take them out. So I do love how they gun on the APC tracks. If I just press F3, see how the gun on the APC tracks your mouse cursor? It's very cool. I think that was a kilo. That was indeed. No, they did actually survive that. Amazing. Just got long range fire between these guys and Pike Squad. Ooh, that was a great RPG shot. Let's get Cart Squad out of there. I'm going to set them up in cover here. There's no way these guys have enough range to hit her. And that just means that she's a little bit safer and also help me capture the point. Notice that these guys no longer have a flag next to their name. Enemies that are fleeing will not block a capture. These guys are fleeing. Oh no, they are blocking the capture. Okay, let's get Tech Squad. There's not any great cover for Tech Squad. I might put them here this turn and then step in next turn. And then we're going to move Pike out of here as well. There's no point continuing to engage these guys. Let's move down to here. Pike also still has only 3 shots in his gun. So we need to capture this objective pretty quickly. Alright, new turn. Let's take these guys out. We've got 4 shots left for the MMG. They're dead. And they're dead. Cool. Rhea is very combat effective. Okay, she's going to park there. And I'm going to get her to face this way. Because I know there's scavengers this way. But like I say, if they want to hold their fortress while we capture the point, they can go ahead and do that. Alright, Tech Squad. Let's put them in the position where those guys died. No sign of any... Okay, we've got an enemy squad here. I have shots on them. And we just broke them, which is excellent. I'm also going to deploy the squad. I should have done that before I fired. And now we've got Carter Squad. If I put them in cover here, they may have shots on those enemies in the tower. They do, but let's get them crouching for this turn. I love how there's a question mark here, so there's still an enemy there. Alright, let's move Pike up. I'm going to give Cardus... No, I want to just get him into the capture point. So I'm just going to move him to here. And then next turn I'll tuck him in here. But that'll be him. Actually, I'll move him to here for now, just so he's a little bit further away. Okay, now we should just sit in here and capture the point, and we've completed the mission. Let's get some shots out with Carda. Oh, she can't actually see these guys. Excellent. That's actually great for me. I'm going to spend the turn... I'm going to just pass the turn with Rhea. Okay, pass the turn with Tech. If nobody's coming for me, I'm pretty happy. Okay, we're just going to move you here. And crouch your squad. And then we've just got one more turn, and we win. Oh, we've got some enemies. They're not going to stop us, though. I'm just going to finish the turn and we'll win. That's it. Mission complete. We only failed one objective, which is destroy more than 70% of all enemy forces. No, destroyed more than 90%. I'm not going to hang around for that. We've already lost enough ammo and we've already lost enough squaddies. Let's just extract with the mission complete. We got ourselves a tripod CMG 50, which is a really good gun, but it doesn't really fit our style of combat right now. It's very, very powerful, but you need to deploy with it, then set it up. It does like sweeping bursts, though, which is very cool. But we'll leave that for the moment. We also got a whole ton of loot, which is just rubbish, really. But let's see what else we've got here. So you're fine. You're euphoric. You're euphoric. Okay, cool. Everyone's still euphoric. That's wonderful. All right, let's do a quick run into the black market. Just see what I can sell and make some money off. We can sell one of these chain guns. We'll sell one of the RPGs. We don't need this stuff. It's all rubbish. I'm going to sell one of the scrap bombs as well. That puts me at 140. Is there anything interesting I can buy here for 140? I could get the SMG right now, which I am quite tempted to do. I feel like I need a bit more close quarters punch. I think I'm going to grab that. We're going to grab the M3A9 PP. I only need 80 for that. So let's put this back. Let's put this back. Let's put this back. We'll put 1, 2, 3, and 1 of these. So that's our 60. So we've now got an SMG for our squads. And then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to swap Tech from having the rifle to having the M3A9. So he's now very much a close combat squad, which fits with what I'm trying to build up with him here. And also gives them... They've got the close combat weapon. They've got the missile launcher. I don't think they're going to need the extra ammo. Then for Carda, I'm going to get the crowbar off her. And I'm going to give her the arc assault rifle. So that gives me a long-range rifle for the command squad. I've got a mid-range rifle for my kind of build it up as a ghost squad. Also, we need to get her back up to 6 if we can. And then I also have a close range option. The SMG does have a double tap long range mode. It's not great, but it does exist. All right, next mission. We've got the choice between protect a settlement, which means you have to hold a target zone, or search weapon caches. This will give me a random pirate faction item. This will give me a 20% vehicle hit point heal. We don't need that. Let's go for the random pirate item. It's an easy mission. It shouldn't take too long. In terms of squad deployment, we're 43 points over. I am going to swap this troop transport for the undamaged one, so I don't have to bother about repairing it. We will give it back its gun. I'm going to hold off the extra ammo for this mission in an attempt to bring more soldiers. Tech is still the most expensive squad. Look how cheap Carter's squad is. 124 points. 168 for Pikes. 309 for Techs. So I'm going to take one squaddy off that. That puts us at 6 points. So what I will do is I'll give Carter the ammo pack. So we're 1 point over. So you can see here we've got two to destroy here, 2 to destroy here, 1 to destroy here. So then we'll deploy the team here. We'll head up this way. I'm going to do something a bit dangerous. I'm going to deploy Pike over here to take these out. According to this, there's no enemies in this area. So Pike's team should be able to take these and group up with us over here. And then we'll fight our way up here, clear all of this, move over here. We'll evacuate and rescue this. In fact, we could just push through the buildings and do this and then head east. I think that's probably the better way to do it. So Pike's squad's going to start here. Everybody else is going to start over here. At the moment, I'm going to keep putting... where's Carter? I'm going to keep putting Carter in the APC, but Tech Squad would be suited better for it if they had mobile infantry, which they don't have. So that's why I'm holding off doing that right now. I also don't think I've got enough for... no, I don't have enough for a promotion. Oh, I do have enough for a promotion. I'm going to hold a promotion right now because every promotion increases a promotion tax, and I don't want to spend more points on a squad, but there is some stuff I want to pick up. All right, I'm pretty happy with how we're going. Let's start the mission to get this done. Okay. Let's just run Pike Squad to here for the first turn. We've got good firepower for this mission because we've taken quite big squads. Okay, next turn they can destroy both of these ammo caches. Then we're going to bring Tech Squad up to here. There's no point hanging around with his squad. They are fast and elite. They look really cool, I think. It's a raining mission, unfortunately. But I just think they... I also love that their gun is basically a UMP. Or an UMP. They just look very, very cool. Alright. We also need to remember to destroy this. So I'm actually going to get Carter Squad to run to here. No, they're going to have enough AP. We'll just run them as far as they can. They can shoot it at next turn. I want to get them to do it because they have the increased ammunition. And then I'm not going to shoot at this with Rhea. I'm going to drive Rhea over to here. I do really like having a vehicle. I really want to get some mechs in our squad. Oh, we actually have some enemies. They're miles away, though. There's no way they see us. I'm not too worried. That sounds like a vehicle knocking a building over, though. Okay. So I'm going to move Pike Squad through these trees. That's going to be their mission. They've completed the side objective for me over there. All right, we're going to get Carter Squad to shoot this. Cool. And then I want to get them in the APC. They probably can't make it this turn. For now, they're just going to... they're actually going to run into the APC. I'm going to waste one of the APC shots destroying this. What? Okay, and let's bring the APC up. I love the team sitting in the back. Also, look at Carter. She's manning... It looks like she's almost manning a gun here, even though she isn't. Okay, and Tech Squad to here. They're just going to be bouncing forward very fast. The more they move, the more defense they have. So I want them moving very, very quickly because they do have Zig and Zag. Plus a 5% defense bonus for each tile moved this turn. Bonus resets every round. So they can afford to make big bounces because it boosts their defense really, really high. So they got 5 stacks of that. And there's it in action, basically. Oh, it's this track, which I just love. It's kind of, it reminds me of like that Mongolian throat singing a little bit, but I know it isn't. It's just got the same kind of fun bounciness to it. All right, these guys here need to be suppressed. We can't shoot through the trees though, but they can apparently shoot at me. They must have an angle. They've got an angle through here. So what we're going to do is we're going to park Carter here to give Tech Squad cover on that side. And then I'm going to engage these guys at long range with the MMG. And that actually just wiped them out, which is fantastic because that's a Revel and Slaughter stack. Enemies moving off screen. Let's get Pike's squad moving while we try and bait the enemies into doing something. I'm going to run his squad up here. I'm pretty sure there's no one to worry about. Oh, look, there's those guys. Okay, there are enemies to worry about in here. We may have to do a rescue mission for Pike. Let's get his squad in cover. There's no cover here, is there? None of these trees act as cover for us. All right, we're going to just run Pike's squad around the back way. And I'm going to send Rhea to pick them up, to team up with the rest of the team. Tech next. We're going to keep bouncing forward with Tech, so I'm just going to move him forward to here. And you can see that his squad now has 3 stacks of zigzag, which is 15% defense bonus. And I think I'm just going to dig them in for this turn, in case they take more fire, which gives them another 15% defense bonus. The thing I need to work out is if this is additive or multiplicative. You know, what's the base and what gets added? It does show defense here, doesn't it? That's armor, that's discipline. Yeah, defense isn't a stat that gets shown here, so I can't really check their defense. I can also actually start doing this, which is probably a good thing to do, and do this, and then we've got more real estate on the screen. All right, let's end their turn there. I'm going to deploy Carta next to them. And we're going to go send Rhea to pick up the team while these guys push forward to the extraction point. Okay, let's drive her back to here. Or do I want to drive her through this area? These were just outcasts, if I remember correctly. I love how the mission type, by the way, is search weapon caches. We're just killing the weapon caches. Okay. No sign of any enemies here. It's very, very quiet at the moment. I'm going to stand Tech up, and I'm going to move them to here. Okay, no sign of anything. We do have some items to recover over here. I'm just going to finish his squad in this cover here, I think. Okay, we've spotted some enemies, I believe. Yes, that's the same squad that was back here. Okay, let's just deploy you in case you get shot at. We're going to move Carter's squad to over here. And then we're going to deploy them. I like this because this is a very mobile mission compared to the last mission, which was very much dig in and shoot. But we're about to get into a firefight here, and we need to get ready for that. Alright, let's get Tech Pike squad moving back forward this way, so they can lightly... okay, they found the enemies. I didn't mean to move quite that far. That was a mistake. Double grenade, that's mean. And we just lost big punch because of that. Okay, let's get Rhea to pull them out of the fire here. I need 40 AP left after the move, which is here. Don't really care about those scavengers right now. We can come back to them in a second. Unless we don't have a shot on these guys. Which we do. Okay, they're now suppressed. We don't have to worry about them so much. I'm going to turn Rhea to face the scavengers in case they shoot at her. Tech squad is under a little bit of fire. These guys are a little bit out of range for Tech to rush down this turn. So I think I'm going to activate Carta before them. Oh, maybe actually we'll get Pike to just finish these guys off and move forward. Or do absolutely nothing. Enemy is entrenched. Okay. Splitting my team up has slowed this mission down more than I wanted it to. From here, we don't have shots on these guys. We'll have to move into here. But if I move in here, I'm not going to get shots this turn. We are going to move forward, though. And we're going to deploy back into cover. That was nasty. Very rude. What I really want to be able to do is like move into a square where Tech Squad gets a lot of zigzag bonuses, but also gets a shot at the end of the push. Unfortunately, they're not there yet. I'm going to just dip forward to here. And I don't think these guys are in range. Oh, they actually are in range. So I'm just going to tap these guys with the long range on the SMGs. It's not going to do very much damage. Yeah, that's all we get.
What a lovely day!
Outcast's just running away, which is weird. And we've got, that was a different squad. Oh, and we've got a scavenger squad behind us now as well. So we'll have to move Carta into here, and then get Tech out of this position before they get suppressed. Alright, we're going to leave this over here for the moment. We're going to deal with this situation. So I'm going to start by... Actually, do you have range on these guys? You do, but I don't like the way you're exposed. So I'm going to move you here. That gives you cover from these guys, and I'm going to get you to engage these. Okay, that's them pinned. And that's that threat taken care of. Tech's in danger of getting suppressed. Yeah, okay. much bigger like scope to this battle. I'm just going to move Rhea here. Actually, I'll move her to here. And then turn her to face this way.
They're on my ass, Major.
They are tech. Okay, tech. Can't still really get anywhere that useful to me right now. Unless I bring them around this way. Unfortunately, these trees are not cover. They're actually just line of sight blockers. Let's stand his squad up and just move them to here right now. And I'm going to keep them uncrouched for the moment. And then hopefully we can start moving this way next turn. Alright, let's get your squad. So I would really like to shoot these guys, but I also want to get you into the APC. If I shoot them, I will have 60 AP left. If I move into the APC, that's going to cost me 57. So I can afford to shoot and move. The other option is I move to here and then fire, which means I'm not quite shooting at the same angle as before. They are very, very close, though, so the chances of getting a kill here are very slim, but we'll take it. Okay, that's quite a lot of damage. Let's get you into the APC. Okay. And now these guys have anti-tank grenades, so we're just going to chew them up with the MMG and then drive out of here. I didn't want to leave Rhea sitting there with guys with anti-tank grenades right next to her. Oh, we have a scavenger squad right next to us. Okay. Try and get my side facing to them, and I want to get Pike squad out of the APC. That will leave them with one shot, but I can give AP to card, or I could give AP to, I think I give AP to Rhea, actually. We get them out of the APC, and then we use taking command on the APC, which will give her another shot. Taking a lot of fire over here as well. A lot of fire over here. I don't think they got suppressed there, and let's just take these guys out. Okay, that squad is down. That was good. I think I'm going to dump a rocket here to open this area up and take care of some of the people that are hitting us, because we're getting hit from every angle right now, and it's getting a little bit too nasty. Alright, let's go with Carter squad, because they've actually got things they can do this turn, so we're going to engage these guys. Okay, they have been wiped out, which is good. Now we know there's a squad here, and we think there's a squad here. I can't actually remember if they are still here. I believe they are. I'm going to engage these trees, and we'll see if that hits them or not. Yeah, we definitely hit somebody there. Okay, there is a team in those trees. Everybody's shooting at Tech. Alright, let's get Tech's team. This is not a good mission to bring an SMG. Now look at it. I'm going to bring Tech's team out and back, I think, and get them out of the fire they're taking. Oh, they've just discovered more enemies. That's fine. That is a chain gun team. Yeah, that's fine. Get to here. Rhea and Pike will be here next turn to support this push. Okay, we need to destroy this. I'm just going to take a turn with Rhea to do it. Actually, before I do that, Pike needs to get into the APC. Actually, Pike's team can do it. Come on, Pike's team. Damn it, they weren't able to do it. Get into the APC. That was unfortunate. And that's their turnover. Now we'll shoot this.
Never gets old.
Okay, so we only have one more target to destroy back here. And the APC's on its way over. These guys are about to take a ballistic missile from space to the face. Base missile? No, let's not make a pun about base faces. Let's bring... What do I want to do here? I want to pick these up, so I want to keep moving Tech over to here. He's a good squad for this job. Just recovering both of these boxes. Here comes a missile. Oh, one more turn on the missile. Okay. I don't really want to act if I can avoid it. I'll move Carter forward to here. I just deployed her. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, and then end our turn. Don't think that did a very lot, but it did blow the fence, which is what I really wanted to do. I want to move Tech to here, but he's not safe to do that just now. Let's move to here and see what he can see. I could move him here to get a little bit more vision and still deploy him. Okay, this squad that was here has now pushed all the way back to here, so they didn't take any damage from that missile. I'm not sure about the squad that was here, however. Okay, still no activity from anyone else. Let's just bring Rhea and Pike back. Toot toot. Nice. And there is a squad here, and they are moving. Okay, they are right on Carda's squad. If I move Carda's squad to here, will I reveal them? I do. Let's hit them with... it's short range isn't ideal, but it's better than it is with the... it's actually really good at short range, this gun. There you go. That's them wiped out. Good work, Carda.
Who, sir?
Okay, it's only Pike's turn. We'll just leave him in the APC. Carda's squad can engage. Can't engage these guys. They don't have line of sight. I can't move her to here. I can move it to here and not have a shot. I can move it to here and maybe have a shot.
Alert, alert, enemy
Oh no. This is one of the worst things you can find, especially early game. Luckily my squads have armor now, but this is a pirate rocket truck, and it will bombard you from long range and suppress everything. The only downside it has is that it does a lot of friendly fire. Okay, we're going to crouch, and we're going to engage these guys. Okay, that's them wiped out. I now need to get Tech to take this thing out. Tech's got... Oh, it's going to shoot. What's it? Okay, it's just going to drive out of line of sight. That's kind of fine, actually. Let's get Tech squad to grab this. They're the only squad that have the anti-tank weapon, though. Well, the MMG is kind of an anti-tank weapon. Luckily, all my guys are actually hidden right now, so... Oh, jeez. What a thing to find. Can you just, like, drive to here and absolutely murder these guys? Yep, you can. One guy survived. Pike squad can finish him off. They don't have enough to shoot him, but if I move them back to here... They'll get an accuracy buff. So I'm gonna have to... or I could... No, I want them to take the shot. No joy. No joy. Next turn, I'll get them to shoot first. Okay, now he's dead. And they can get back into the APC. And then I'm going to hold Rhea for now. Tech squad needs to grab this. Nice. And then get down to here. I'm going to put them here where they've got cover just in case that rocket shot decides to fire. And that's their turn. We'll move Rhea now.
I can kill from anywhere.
Trying to get my camera work a bit better. And let's get Carda's team into cover here, which might give me line of sight on the vehicle as well. Let's not forget I still have one more objective to destroy. Alright. This is really weird. Do I have a shot from here? I do. So this gets these guys into position and I can shoot this. So that's my primary objective completed. The only thing I failed is completing the mission within 10 rounds. Tech's team can run to here and that's the mission complete. A little bit messy with how I started it off, but I think we got a pretty good result. No casualties. And not that much suppression.
You are doing a fine job.
Thank you, Hayflick. Is that not mission complete? There we go, mission complete. So the only mission objectives I will complete the mission without losing a squad. I haven't destroyed 8% of enemy forces. I'm not that worried about that. Let's get out of here. We got a rocket organ. Okay, that's exactly the thing that we were just looking at. A large array of launcher tubes filled with unguided rockets fires a huge barrage of unguided rockets at the target area. The rockets are very inaccurate and scatter on impact, but deliver high suppression on all nearby infantry. A direct hit and even damage vehicles and structures. Needs to be reloaded after each salvo. Has 9 salvos. We have to spend a turn reloading. That we could potentially put on Rhea's vehicle. She would love that. Just checking for negative moods. No negative moods at this time, which is great. Okay, we just have the Lion's Den mission to complete. So we've targeted the pirates' main base of operation. We have to destroy an EMP turret. We have to destroy an MG turret. We have to get in there. I'm not going to waste a lot of time here. We're just going to jump straight into this. What I am going to consider doing, though, is equipping the rocket organ. What does that look like? If we just back out of here very quickly and go into here. That's hilarious. I'm not sure if we can still use the APC as a transport when we've got a weapon this size on it. We'll find out. Now, the main issue, of course, is that's put us over by 29 points. But I think those 29 points are kind of worth it. Let's pull a squaddy from Pike Squad. And if we drop the smoke grenades, we've got enough. Now, I'm actually gonna put the smoke grenades back in because they are absolutely essential. Now that Rhea has 2 guns, oh, she isn't actually running the extra ammo. You're not running the extra ammo. You've got extra ammo. We don't need 5. We could drop. I guess I could drop 1 person. So we've got a 5-man squad here, 5-man squad here, 5-man squad here. But we're also going in with this, and then I'll give Pike squad, which has the crowbars, an ammo box. So that gets us 1 point over. Looking at the enemy, it's a pretty tight little battlefield. We've got a big line of sight blocker here in this building, which is probably a good point to move towards. So we're going to set up, we're going to cross whatever this is. Oh, of course, the dog just woke up. We're going to cross whatever this is. So we're going to move along here, try and set up in this area, come around both sides of this building and ambush whatever they've got going on. So as usual, Carda in the APC, because she gets a little bit of a bonus to use it. Tech here, and I've got a feeling this is it on terrain we can't cross, so we're going to Pike up to here. Hopefully this isn't a turret that's going to mess us up. There's not really any other approaches here. We could come around this way. I think we just come straight in. That's what we're doing. We've got smoke. We've got guns. I think we'll be fine. Dog's rolling around on the floor in the room if you hear the bumping. Okay. This is a day mission, which is nice. The APC looks amazing with its rocket organ. In fact, I think we've got our screenshot. I think we've got our thumbnail. Yeah, I think that's the thumbnail. Okay. Can we put... Yeah, we can still use it as an APC. Excellent. But we're going to start with Pike. I'm going to move Pike squad as far forward as we can to reveal what we can. I do love fighting on this planet because the trees just make life even... Okay. We have an EMP turret. So this will disable any vehicle it hits. Unfortunately, we've got the really good weapon to use against it. We can just rocket artillery it and see how much damage we do. So let's end Pike's turn there. I'm going to put Carda into Rhea. Oh, that sounds weird. I'm going to deploy my infantry into the APC. Now, what's the range on this thing? So it has a minimum range. Okay, let's draw. What does it use? It uses 8. So I can move her forward to here and still shoot. Now, maybe I want to wait a turn and see if there's more enemies here. I could just launch a barrage at it. But maybe I want to wait until there's more enemies in this area before I actually engage. I'm going to try and pull the enemies in. So I'm just actually going to park her here for now. It's a saturation weapon. It doesn't do... It's not really made for just pointing it at like a building. I want to hit lots of targets with it.
About time, man.
Nope. I want to move... Yeah, move tech to here. We'll just move Pike and Tech through the trees. There's actually a little bit of a hill here, but it's not a berm. There are actual, like, you can fight from here. This is like a line of sight. Look at that. Now we've got another enemy squad in range. Let's get let's get Pike up to here where he's got great vision. And he's still hidden. There we go. More targets. Now it's looking like a better target.
Move up.
Now we've got a target to fire at. Whoa, who are you shooting at? How can you see the vehicle? I guess it is kind of out of cover. Didn't realize they could see the vehicle. Let's show them what we think of that. Unfortunately, we can't hit this squad here, but I can hit these 2 squads here, hopefully. It does scatter like crazy. Amazing. I bet your Rhea loved that. Okay. That's all she can do this turn. Well, she could do more, but I don't want her to hurt herself. Let's get Tech Squad over here. He's got the best weapon for taking this gun out. And the MG turret. And let's get Carda Squad. I'll kind of keep Carda Squad in. No, we'll get Carda Squad out and moving forward as well. We're going to do a few barrages with the APC, I think. I may decide that the gun just isn't worth it if it's too random. Okay. Let's see if we can take this thing out. I've got a shot from here. I need, what, 60? I can't make the shot from here. I can make the shot from here, which I think is a better angle to fire. So I'm going to move Tech Squad over to here. And then we're going to try and hit the EMP turret with a missile. With a anti-tank missile. There you go. That's the gun gone, which is great. I'm going to hold the rocket organ. Actually, we're going to reload the rocket organ. And then we're going to move her forward. And then Pike. Pike's actually got shots. I think what we do is we deploy Pike and we just take these guys out at long range. Okay, they're now wavering. And I'll shoot the guys in the back. I'm just trying to hit them with suppression. I'm not worried about kills. This just covers the approach of my 2 closer range squads. Now I'm happy to run Carda forward to here. So Pike's going to sit on this hill and provide suppression fire with his long range weapon, while my closer range infantry moves in to secure. We're going to bring Carda up, not Carda, we're going to bring Rhea up to about here, and then we're going to hit these guys with the MMG and hopefully kill them. Okay, let's engage. Only wavered, didn't kill them, that's fine. We can go one more space forward. Not too worried about the marksman because that's all they can do. And they can only see the APC right now. So that's the only target that they can actually engage. I want to try and get a flank going with Tech Squad. Not a lot they can do until they actually get closer. 60, they haven't got a shot there. So I'm just going to run them forward to here. Again, they're still going to be... They might actually be revealed in here. Yeah, they're still going to be hidden. No, they're going to be revealed here, but that's fine. If I put them here, they'll have cover. And that's probably a better choice. Got a marksman squad coming in. Outcast squad coming in. Oh, let's minimize this. Okay, I think we've got another rocket artillery target. We have to be very careful with the rocket artillery, though, because it is very, like, deadly for friendly fire. What I want to do is we're going to... I need a position for Carta. I can put Carta here where she has cover. That does put her in knife fighting range of these guys, but I think that's okay. And then we shoot these guys and we try and suppress these guys. Actually, she only gets one shot because of her limit on AP, although she's gained 8. So we're going to just crouch her and we're going to engage the guys right in front of us. Okay, that's them wiped out. That's good. Now, so both these teams are in cover. She's deployed, ready to engage all of this. Got more outcasts moving in. That's a great target for the organ gun. Let's get Pike to move. Actually, Pike's in a good enough position. We're just going to suppress this squad. If we can. Guess we're not going to be able to suppress the squad. I'll hit them again. Now they're suppressed. Cool. And I'm going to undeploy his squad for moving next turn. Oh, 3 squads. This is perfect for the organ gun. That's right. Shoot the tank with your rifle. Another squad. And another one. This is what we call a target-rich environment. Oh, and there's a flamethrower squad just in the open, ready to get gunned down. And another flamethrower squad. Wow, they're just flooding at it. And another outcast squad. Okay, we're going to be doing a lot of organ gunning, I think. And a machine gun truck is a problem. That is the job now of... Unfortunately, Carter's cover just got destroyed, or did it? No, our cover is still there. We're going to open up with the organ gun. I think there's too many targets here for me to turn it down. Looking at what we've got here, it's all 3s. 3, 3, 3. These guys are pretty scary. If I hit it in the middle, I think it will scatter left and right. So I'm going to fire here. That was pretty good. Not a lot of kills, but everything got suppressed there. I am also going to call in a missile strike, I think just in this general area. And she actually still has a shot with the MMG as well here. So I'm going to shoot one of the squads that are in the open. Not great, but that's fine.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Right, I'm going to try. I need to take this, get Tech to take this truck out. Luckily, it's come closer. So I can now engage it with the anti-tank missile.
Send it up.
Tech enjoyed killing that. That's all he can do this turn, unfortunately, because he was suppressed. And this is why I'm starting to take the POW, because you just can't afford to let vehicles do their vehicle-y things. Alright, Carda is not in a great place. I'm going to crawl her over to this cover here. I like this guy here who's got a bandana. Actually, there's 2 guys in their squads with bandanas. We've got some more outcasts moving in on our flank. Alright, Pike squad's a little bit out of the picture right now, so I'm going to bring them forward to here, where they can engage and still be unseen to the enemy. But for now, all they can do is deploy. Got lots of suppressed enemies here. The more they move, the closer this missile is going to come into hitting. That squad on the left is probably the biggest threat right now, because they've got a flank on us. I don't know how many of them are going to actually be able to move out of the missile zone. Okay, these guys here are a problem. I want to start by taking them out, or at least suppressing them.
Down every dog.
And then I'm going to keep trying to just rack up some kills with Rhea. I can move forward 1 square and hit these guys here. Looking for squads that aren't suppressed. Oh, I still can't hit them. Okay. I do have shots on these guys here, so I will take an attempt to kill a squad. No, because the missile's about to hit. Let's shoot the squad here. Okay, that'll do. And here comes the missile. Cool. They're going to hit Carda, unfortunately. Oh, they're actually moving. No, they're moving into a better... Now they're going to shoot Carda. No, they just repositioned. Interesting. Okay, Tech needs to start coming forward now and getting into the fight with the SMG. He can start absolutely cleaning house if he gets in close. He needs 40 AP though, right? So I can't cover this distance in enough AP unless I get... Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Pike to give him more actions once he gets to this position. Because he's in position there. I'm not going to do anything else with him this turn. Got an enemy squad moving back here. Now I'm going to get Pike to give him more actions. And Pike squad to shoot at these guys here. Now we've got 2 shots with the SMGs. We're going to open a fire on this squad here first. Actually, we've only got 1 shot, so I'm going to go for these guys. And you start to see why I want to take an SMG. It will just murder people when you're up close. Or running away. Okay, Carda squad. Not loving these guys here. I don't think she can engage them, but we can maybe... Actually, she can. We can try to keep them suppressed. Okay, that's good. Good fire. I love all the spread out missile impacts from the organ gun. It did a great job of breaking the enemy at the start of this, which I really, really needed it to do. I want to get you to hit these guys. Hopefully take them out. Okay. And then probably shoot at these guys here as well. Okay, nice. That's more enemies fleeing. Let's end the turn. Oh, that's an EMP squad. That's a problem. We're going to get Tech squad to move. They're not going to get a shot if they move to here. They will get a shot if they move to here. They just need to be continuously aggressive with their action. There's a chain gun squad down here. Flamethrower squad over here. From this position, I'm going to get them to engage here. And that's wiped out both of those squads, which is phenomenal. And it's also broken some more people in the back. We've almost completed our objective. We only need a few more squads. Okay. Carda squad, I do still need to take these guys on if I can. And Rhea has already gone this turn. I'm going to move Carda squad to here. We're going to start bringing them forward. We still have to find and kill that turret. I want to take this EMP squad out, actually. They are really scary. We're going to crouch, and we're going to engage. Okay, because what they can do is they can shut down the vehicle and stop it from doing anything. Oh, the dog wants to do something. Let me just quickly sort the dog out. I'll be right back. So, we've still just got Pike left to act. I'm just going to get Pike squad to step forward 1 to here. And they've got 1 shot left, but I'm actually going to give more actions to Carda squad. Just to finish off that EMP squad. I don't want it rallying and taking a shot at the vehicle. It's the biggest threat right now. So we're going to hit this. Come on, Carda. Okay, that's no kill. That's unfortunate. There's still an MG turret we need to take out here as well. So we have to be cognizant that that is on the battlefield somewhere. It's probably back here. Oh, there's a can on the desk. Please don't knock over my microphone. Alright. I don't want to use the organ gun this turn. I have too many targets. So we're just going to open up with the MMG on this squad here. And then we're going to hit these guys here. And that's those squads wiped out, which is great for her. And we're just going to turn her so she's facing this way for next turn. So she'll start driving forward. That's our flankers dealt with. The cat is about to knock over the microphone, so I'm just going to put her on the floor. There we go. Nice and gently. The distractions this commander gets when they are in the middle of a mission is just endless. Now, this is a great position for Tech, but... Oh, no, you can actually just run forward. Okay. They have been suppressed by that gun, so I'm just going to put them into cover this turn. And we found the MG turret. That's dangerous. Okay, let's get you into cover. And get you deployed. They are going to take fire from it. We need to do something about that ASAP. Alright. I'm going to get Carda squad over to here. Tech squad's in a lot of trouble. I'm going to get Pike to smoke them to get that suppression off them. Pike's obviously not going to be able to get close enough to smoke this turn. But I think that's a good position for him to move to this turn. And then first action next turn he's going to smoke Tech squad. And Carda needs to take these guys out who are running into the open because they're terrified of my forces. Okay, new turn. First things first, Pike needs to smoke Tech. Needs to get closer. Can we smoke from there? We can. It's only 40 AP to smoke. This also gives me some shots on the squads that have retreated to back here. So I'm just going to throw the smoke grenade here to completely protect tech squad. And that means the MGs shouldn't engage them anymore. Although they are still in the smoke, actually. So I need to pull them out of there. I need to pull them back one tile. Can I actually use tech this turn? I can. I'm going to get his squad to crawl back to here. Getting them out of line of sight of the MG. The tile they were in was unfortunately not covered by the smoke. Okay, I think we're looking at another rocket barrage. So I'm just going to get Rhea to reload this turn and drive forward a little bit further. And then these guys have run off, so I'm going to bring... The MG's right here, so I'm pretty sure if I put Carta here, she's going to be shot up by the MG. I'm pretty sure this is a line of sight blocker, this tile. So I can put her here, and I should not be shot up by the MG turret. Because it can't see her, and we can't see it. Now, there are two flamethrower squads here that I'm a little bit worried about, so they're primary targets for the next turn. But Pike has great shots on them from where he's standing. I'm just going to fast forward their movement. Okay, they're still running away. I'm going to go with Pike first because I need to make sure that this flamethrower squad does not survive this turn. Okay, perfect. Now, I really want to take out this MG turret, and the best course of action to do that is with Pike squad. But I don't have the actions to give them another shot. And I don't have line of sight on any other targets with Pike squad right now because I can't shoot through these tiles because of the smoke. And I can't force a shot on either of these either because of the smoke. So I'm just going to have to end Pike's turn there. Alright, Rhea is active and has an organ gun shot. I could shoot it back here. I could also just fire it at the turret. I actually don't think there's much use for her to do that right now. Instead, I think I'm just going to bring her forward to about here, where she should be safe from the turret, but also have line of sight. I'm just going to bring her to here. And then she's got 40 AP left. I don't think she can hit this squad. No, she can't. So we're just going to turn her to face this way. And I'm going to hold her back here this turn. We just need to make sure that we are not... What is this chain gun squad doing?
They're on my ass, Major.
Whatever they're doing, it's weird. Let's move. Let's just kill... I can't shoot them because of the smoke. Alright, I'm going to get Tech's squad. If I get Tech squad here, and this thing has passed its turn, the next turn I can kill it. So I'm going to run Tech squad to here. If they get suppressed again, it's very easy. I just smoke them. Okay, it had unfortunately not fired.
Are we catching it?
But I think you're still good to shoot at it, actually. You can't hit this. Let's bring you forward to here. So you can hit it if Tex doesn't get away with it. I don't think you're going to do much damage to it. I'm going to take it doing a little bit of damage to it. We've got some flankers. First squad that has to act here is Tex.
On my ass, Major.
Take out the turret.
Send it up.
Okay, that's the biggest threat dealt with. We are now in a much better position. Yeah, we're going to take a little bit of heavy fire here. That's the chain gun just firing over and over again. Let's get you to open up with everything you've got on this squad here. Always disappointing, Pike. Always disappointing. Oh, and a grenade. Nasty.
We've got KIA.
And another squaddy down. Not good. Alright, let's get Rhea to pull you out of this this disaster. We only need to destroy one more squad, so I'm going to fire at this squad here. I can't hit them. They're still back. They're still in this... Oh, no, wrong gun. Wrong gun. We'll try and take the squad here out. Okay, and that is mission accomplished. Took a little bit more damage than I really wanted to. I'm going to get Carda to shoot at these guys here just to see if we get a kill. Oh, okay, they moved out of line of sight. Let's just end the mission. Okay, operation complete. We managed to get some large trinkets. We got a vehicle, a pirate truck. So if I get a driver for that truck, we just put the missile launcher on it and have that as a mobile missile launcher. We also got an EMP rifle, which is really useful for disabling vehicles. A portable rifle emitting an electromagnetic pulse over short distances that can damage and disable vehicles for a brief moment. Quite ingenious design based on large-scale spacecraft devices, the impulse is completely harmless against any organic target. So that's another option. It is a non-deployable anti-vehicle weapon, which I might give to Carda. And we got another flamethrower. Everyone is still... Oh no, see? Pike is now weary. This character's been on too many consecutive missions and will get exhausted when deployed on another mission before recovering. So if he sits out for one operation, he won't get exhausted. If he... also, he's not happy with it. It's because he took all that damage at the end of the mission. Basically, if you don't see this coming and you let it tick over, you're in a world of hurt. But if you catch this and let him rest, you're fine. So he's exhausted. Everybody else is fine. So it means we're going to bring the Yaz on the next mission. Let's finish up and see what our reward is. Okay. We have the choice between an automated grenade launcher. This is like a burst fire indirect deployable grenade launcher, or a fire and forget disposable rocket flamethrower. This is very cool and has a lot of trade value. This is actually more useful right now for me. I don't have room to deploy something like this, but I will grab it because I can buy this and I can't buy this. And this has just happened.
Steel yourselves, brothers! A bullet for every Tekker! Taking command!
So, we're going to skip the plot because if you want to plot, you can play the game. I'm just going to skip that for now. What has basically happened is local armies have now revolted, and we now have a new enemy type on the board, which is professional trained armies. We have unlocked a new OCI component, though, because we've reached level 1 trust with the backbone, and we're going to take the auto supply. So the options we've got here are supply drop, which lets you resupply your team in mission, the CRC center, which gets you an extra for operation timeouts, and the auto supply, which is +5 to maximum supplies per mission. I want to grab this. We can't equip it yet, but that's what I want to grab. In terms of missions, we have a pirate fleet invasion on Dice the Gods. We have an alien infestation on the Mock, and if we go back to the backbone, we have a rogue army and we have to defeat. Now, we're about to run out of time on this pirate invasion, but I'm pretty sure you're all going to want to see me do this. In terms of stuff we can build on the ship, I don't really want to build anything until we've built out an auto supply, which is 120. Squads are looking fine. Black market, is there anything here I want to grab? There's another POW. There is some vehicles. What is this? A modular, a 100mm mortar for a vehicle. There's still the double-barreled rotary barrel machine guns. There's also a crocodile. The crocodile is an anti-material sniper rifle. It's incredibly good, but it's going to cost me 560, and I don't think I can get to 560. Let's get rid of both these flamethrowers. Chain gun. We've got all these grenade launchers. We'll get rid of the... I honestly think I'd have to sell everything I have here in order to try... I'm going to get 300. Sell the car. Yeah, I'm at 430 before selling the stuff I really, really want to keep. I'm not going to be able to afford the crocodile, even though I really want it. Anyway, let me know what you want me to do next. I think it's going to be Pirate Rogue Army, because I think that's what everyone's going to want to see. I hope you're really enjoying Menace. I certainly am. I feel like the cadence is just like one too many missions against the beginning enemies before we move into this, but I totally understand. It's trying to get you with the supplies, because this is a huge bump in difficulty, and this is not the last new enemy type we're going to fight against in this campaign either. Anyway, this video is long enough. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao for now. Have a great day. Bye.